Good morning. So today, to finish up this project, which I may not finish because I went ahead and asked my buddy to borrow his tractor to take care of that the little bump that I have and some other stuff around the yard. So tomorrow it's supposed to rain, and therefore I might not paint. It depends on how much I get done today. Today I'm starting off a little earlier. It's getting a little warmer outside. It's breezy, but it's probably because it's going to rain tomorrow, and it's supposed to rain Saturday as well. So we'll see what's happening. But as of right now, what I'm looking at is, what up, Kevin? After I finished the other day, I was thinking about the fence like I usually do in my projects and how I can finish this. So if you see how tall they are, they're not that big. The goats aren't. They're right there. So what I was thinking about doing was lowering it to about right here, and then I'll just cut the tops off, and then we'll paint it instead of adding more. So I'll do this side first, and then if that works out, I would like to do this side so it matches, just the top. We'll lower that down so it all, because right now that top and that next one doesn't look right. Hopefully it's just lined up with that next one, and then I'll just fix that side on the right there in the middle. Take off that bigger one, match them up. It shouldn't be too hard. Again, I always say that, but how everything goes, something will end up happening. But that right where Woo's standing at, that's the little hump I want to take out. But also you see how this drainage goes. So I kind of want to scrape it so it flows this way, into the pond a little bit easier and away from over here, because there's a lot of water buildup right here. All around this tree was when I was digging out the pond out to get all the stuff out. We were putting dirt here, and the skid steer was picking stuff up when it could until it got too muddy. But there's a lot of buildup around there. I'm going to take that tractor and I'm going to get this dirt around the stump. If the stump will move, which I don't think this one will, I could be wrong. I might try to get it out. I'm not going to waste a bunch of time on it. Pick up some of these little cut tree logs and move them. I'll probably keep them 4 right there in the middle that's kind of flat. So I want to put the dirt by the stump over here where you see that water standing, and that'll keep the dirt from going out right there. It's just a low spot. It was where the excavator kind of sunk down in, and I never could fill it because it got too muddy over here. But move some of these. We'll keep some of them here. Same with this stump. If I could push it, I will. I'm not going to go too crazy because I don't want to tear up my yard. So I can come through here with the tractor. It's pretty dry. But to the right there, you can see that water. It's wet. And then over here, right where I said it was flowing at, I want it to flow out. It flows down here. It gets all this muddy. So what I want to do is stay away from this area as much as I can. I can always fix it, but it's just a big muddy mess. This right here, I believe it's caused by, right here I put big old trees. You can't see them, but big cut trees right here to hold the dirt up. I think it's holding the water as well. That clay down in there, put a barrier, and it just kind of holds. Maybe I can get it to drain a little bit better and come this way with that tractor. I'll see what I can do, and then remove these and get it to drain out right here. We'll see. Like I said, that's Mini X all day long. So I'm not going to go too crazy. I'll use the rake to pick up the pine needles in the front. I'll film all that, and then if I get to it today, let's go this way. That way I could just talk and show you. If I get to it today with the tractor, I'm not in no rush with it. I don't want to go too nutty, but kind of smooth this side out. It's a little rough and bumpy. I cut the grass over here. I know you can't tell, but I do. Grass grows pretty long right around here, but right in this area, it's pretty bumpy. So as you can see, the dips, as it goes through, it's a little hard to cut grass like that. Wear and tear on the lawnmower, all that good stuff. So I won't go too far out, just where I'm walking at. This, let's see what I could do. I might drag the trail if I get time to with the land plane, just to smooth it out just a little bit better. Not really looking to do a lot with the tractor, just a little bit of stuff, but I always say that, and the tractor always impresses me, how fast you can get stuff done, how efficient it is. Woo's ready to go. She's been dying to go on this little lap that we usually go on. We'll see how far the tractor gets us today. Like I said, if I get most of the stuff done and then I just stop and finish the gate or the fence, I'll be happy with that. If we could paint it today and it dries, I'll see how long it takes to dry. It's probably pretty fast, usually spray paint is. So I'll paint it and everything today. I don't think the fence will take me that long. I'm being honest about that. It's just dropping them down, and then we can then paint it once I drop them down. That's kind of the goal. Oh, I gotta hang the little troughs up. Hang them up so I can give some treats. We got a little bit of treats left for them. And then before it rains, if it rains tomorrow and the next day, which they always say that, but here where we're at, North Carolina, is what they call the sand hills. So it'll say it's gonna rain, and it's usually always west of us or east of us. It'll be raining all around us and we won't get too much. So we'll see. That's why I want to get tractor work done, get it back to him, because he's got some projects he's got to do that I may help and film. We'll see. It all depends on him, but I'll still help him. But if I can film it, then I will post that as well. But yeah, so we'll get after it today. Hopefully y'all like what you guys are seeing. Like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Let's build this channel up so we could do more things. I'm working on my editing, as you've seen from the last video. My daughter said I needed to work on my transition. So from clip to clip, or when I turn off the camera, I guess. So I'll work on that. I think I think what I've been doing is not adding them between each clip as I'm going when I'm editing. So we'll work on that. I want to do a better beginning to it. So all that stuff will be coming as I get more proficient in video editing, because this is my first YouTube, my first video editing. And yeah, just bear with me. I promise it'll get better, smoother, more cameras. I brought the other camera I used last time, so it's because I'm gonna be operating this machinery. Not sure if my father-in-law is gonna stop by, but I brought the other one out. It films in 4K as well. So I'll set that up on a tripod, and then we'll get multiple angles. Maybe it'll look better. And then I'll use that one more for the stationary. And then this one, of course, for the action shots. You coming, Woo? Come on. So we'll get after it today. It's gonna be a nice day. It's gonna get a little hot. Woo, you inspecting? Little Woo's inspecting us. Inspecting the equipment, making sure it's good to go. All right, so we're gonna start this up. We're gonna go with it. We'll see how it turns out. Hopefully I'll enjoy it. Hopefully nothing crazy happens where I gotta fix a big mud pit. That's the goal. So let's see what's happening. right, we found a bigger washer, or a washer to fit on there. I think it'll work. It was just small enough, and I don't want to mess up his box blade, so we'll work it. He did a woo boo. Let's close this huge gate now, just in case. She gets a little friendly when there's people out there. She'll run up to them like, "Hello, my name's Woo. How are you doing?" And they see a German Shepherd, and they see Tack Animal. She's just goofy. All right, let's see if we can get this. So yeah, that bigger pin wouldn't fit. So that hole on the top is bigger, but then this whole quick release hitch will not work. So now I got the washers on there. I put 2 because it's just so much. I don't know. You know, it's so much force on it. So I was like, okay, I'll double it up. I got them. Could have probably put another one on there. I didn't know how much I had as far as putting this pin in over here, but I had enough. And now we'll do the quick hitch. I'll see if I can't. Okay, we're back. All right, so what I'm gonna do this time is, I was looking at this and you see all that muck right there. What it does is it collects on all this clay that was piled up here. Like I said, this was all super muddy at one time. Then I used that tractor there and kind of created these drainage lines, I guess you would say. There is a line, you can see the line right there. I was gonna pull it this way, I still may, but it might work better. But yeah, what I don't want is to create a hole here. So I was going to try to pull it to the left and cover up that hole, and then maybe pull what I got left and try to get it to ease down into this culvert hole. We will see as I get going, because I can't get right there. It'll sink. I know that, and I don't want to mess with that. That is fairly dry right here. I can pull a little bit. So I'm thinking pull a little bit and fill in this hole. Just pull it. Maybe it might be better just to dump some dirt here. We'll see. I might just pull it down. I think down and to the right now would be the best spot. So I might pull it to the right just to smooth that out, and then pull down, and then we'll take a look at it as I get going here. A couple other areas is over by the pool we'll fix. We should have plenty of time. This probably won't take that long. Maybe over there. What I'm trying to do is level out most of the stuff and get rid of the sogginess by the time summer happens, so I can plant grass seed. And see right here, as you see, it's all wet right there. What's happening is you can see the logs that I use, some of them just to fill in. But what's happening is this is just a little higher and it creates a dip. And so I probably won't be able to get this, but I might be able to get this part to drain right here. And if I can grab this and drag it that way, I'm gonna do this last. And the reason why, I got two things I'm gonna do over here still, is it's fairly windy out here, so I might not paint the fence today, but this dirt will dry pretty fast if I'm not messing with it anymore, and I'm not driving on it a whole lot. So I'm trying to let it dry up. And then this right here, this little edge, it needs to be taken off right here. It's a little higher, so the water will shed this way. I'll have to move the duck food, but we'll get to that. And then maybe these things move, because this is going to create a bump right here. It's going to create a lip, and that water is going to collect, and then this is going to turn into a muddy situation. I'm trying to get it to flow out to the creek without putting too many drainage lines. So I think if I move these ones right here, I can grab it, I'll move that, and we'll leave the one that Woo's standing on. She likes standing on them ones because I used to walk on them like this because the mud was right there. So we'll leave these just because of the filled dirt. Might move these, but again, I'll flip them into the bucket. Hopefully they're not too heavy. I'll flip them in there. We'll pick them up and move them, and then we'll rock on. I was gonna do the same here, but I think once I drag that dirt from down there, if I can get it, I'm gonna just fill in this, and that'll be another barrier, because they've been there a while, so it'll keep the dirt in. So that's my thought on this. I believe this turned out fairly well. I like it. It looks a lot better. That's quite a bit of dirt that came off of that stump. There's still some down there, but I knew it was a lot. The rest I'll have to get, like I said, the Mini X. Hopefully the bugs chew it up and I won't have much to do. And then this, what I did is during the intermission, I lowered them, and I think it looks better. I did the same thing on that side, and then I sawzalled the the 4x4 is off. I just did it because I was like, well, it ain't gonna take me long, and it didn't. And so no issues, just lowered them down, made a 10-inch gap on the top. I think it looks better. They ain't gonna get out, and it just saves me money, and we'll use them 2x6s to make that bench and possibly more benches. I got 6 of them, so I can make them throughout the woods. So then the last couple things I will try to do, well, the last thing I'll do as far as the box blade is come in here into the goats and clean that pile up right there, and then hit that edge as well so the water drains off nice and smooth. And that'll probably be it with the goats in here in this area with the box blade. I'll do the other side of the creek if I get to it. Like I said, biggest part is that one in the middle, and then we'll switch it out for the rake, and I'll try to rake some of the goat stuff up, grab that, all this extra stuff, and spread it out over this dirt right here. I'll just drag it and put it all over that dirt, that whole pile right there. I'll move that, their feeder, and I'll drag all that stuff, get it all cleaned up, and we'll put it right out here and try to spread it out, and it should grow the grass pretty well. It should come in pretty thick now right there. And then if I can get that, we'll do the same thing. It depends how much, there should be a lot there because I haven't really cleaned it in a while. So we'll get all this going. Hopefully you like what you see. You subscribe, share, like, comment on all of it. I'm sure I'll get some comments of why I'm not running this this planer correctly, the land leveler correctly. I'm not really adjusting it. It's kind of where he had it at. I'm sure he was running something else on it. It's working for what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to get it crazy, like do anything too crazy. I might take out the rippers when I start. If I do across the creek, I'll take out the rippers just so they don't get hung. That's what was happening over there, but yeah, they're not really hitting hard. So we'll get it going. Yeah, so let me get this all set up in position, and we'll get to rolling. Hey there, Rat Wooders. It is. Here we go. All right, I got most of the tractor work I wanted to get done. I cleaned this up a little bit. There's still these chunks. Over here looks a whole lot better. Like I said, there'll be a deck here, so not too worried about it. I think it's a little nicer. It was all chunky, and you've seen it earlier. So, and then I just kind of cleaned this up. There was that big old tree limb, I guess you'd call it. It was like right here from the excavator. All I did is just pushed it back, worked it with the planer, the land leveler. Still getting these Intech pool pieces out. Did that, pushed that back, tried to clean that up, but that didn't really work out like I wanted it to. But this worked out nice. Leveled that all out. Got a little bit more. Slowly creeping in on that. We'll get there. That'll be dirt. And this looks really nice. This middle part. I wasn't expecting all this, but it looks a lot better than it did. And now it's nice and flat. Still a couple grooves in there, but once this dries out, I'll be able to, you know, run it back over another time, and then it would smooth right out. Might even be able to take my the Heron, the rake drag, take that and kind of drag it out. Probably do that later on or whenever it stops raining. And then this turned out great, I think. A couple little marks in there. Like I said, once it dries out, I'll take that, my rake, not his, and I'll go over it with the golf cart and we'll get this going. Oh, I'm looking for that brick too. And then now, I might do the goat pen. I think I'm gonna go across real fast because once I release the Krakens, they'll be out and about and I don't feel like getting them back up. So once I'm done across the bridge, I will grab that, you know, have it so where it's kind of at an angle so the water will drain. I'll have a little scoop of dirt, might put that somewhere, not sure where. I'm sure I can use it. And then attach that rake and see what I can clean up in here, see how well it does. I don't know. And then, yeah, that's about it. We'll, I think I might try to drag the trail. I'll see. I kind of wanted to do the rake on the trail, but this might work better. Hasn't been doing as well as I want. I mean, it's working, but really the bucket is what's been working on this thing mostly. So, you know, it is what it is, but it looks good. Wu likes it. I like it a lot better. You can't see the rocks until the bottom part down there. And then actually I could have took that out, this right here, because that stump, it moved. I bet you it came right out. Let's see. Oh yeah, that thing's dead. Yeah, I hit it and it went chook. So maybe I might pull it, but then I got all these rocks. I don't really want to mess with rocks today, but I just put them down there. Might be another day for that, because I think I got it as good as I wanted to get it. Let's see what happens when we go across the creek. And then all this stuff, you know, I'll drag and grab it with the rake. With that rake, the big stuff, and then I'll use mine just to kind of go over it. What I'm gonna do now is go across hopefully go across the bridge and smooth that part out over there a little bit. Just run that land plane across it. And hopefully it goes smooth. I'm not trying to spend a whole lot of time over there. Like I said, I might hit the trail just because if all goes well, just to kind of see what it'll do. Some of the little chunks coming out. And yeah, let's see if the old bridge holds, and we'll work it. I think that camera gave up on me. I think I ran out of room over there on that camera. I haven't even checked it, but we'll see. Let's see what's happening. Got a little muddy. Maybe we can knock some of it off going across. Yep. Alrighty. It'll find it and then it won't find it. It's weird. Yeah, so right here what I was trying to do is kind of make an overflow vent right there and get the water running, but I kept hitting. I probably stacked this with huge, with big old trees in here, but that's what I was trying to do, but it kind of worked out because now I can kind of get over here a little bit easier. It was kind of rough, but I got all this that's smoothed out. These are just roots. I couldn't do nothing about that, but I did pack it. This turned out well. I don't know about the trail. I guess we'll find out tomorrow or when it stops raining how it looks. I'll walk y'all through it and tell you what I think. Once it gets done raining, I'll drag all this with my rake. It kind of will knock out all the bumps and the humps in there. This turned out really good, I believe. I know you guys couldn't hear me most of the time on the tractor. So, see, all the water's gone. It's already drained out. So that's nice. This water's not standing here. There's some water there. But like I said, when I knock it down with mine, oh, there's a stick in there. I'll have to get that out. Yeah, it's a shovel. Watch out, woo. And then that bucket, that was not good, but maybe it'll start draining this way. I can take some of that and fill it in. We'll see. Yeah, so that's why I just stopped there. And then I didn't even need that. The land plane, I just used the rake and it was loose enough. Just knocked it down so it looks better in there. Pulled some of that out. Well, we got some little water right there. It's coming up. It'll all dry out. And then now I can kind of see it. And we'll push some of this stuff over there for tonight. Just make it look better. This middle turned out, I mean, I'm telling you, I wasn't expecting to do all that. So that, to me, oh, here he goes. Better not mess with them trees. I'm gonna kick your butt. He gets all happy. See, they're trying to get to these trees. So we got them. I need to put a couple screws in there, don't I? I'm getting there. Slowly but surely. So this year it ain't so bad. Last year I had a lot of yard work to do, as you could tell. So now this year, that's gonna be nice. And if I can see how it's pulling up there, because it's coming down. It all comes from the road and then trickles down. My septic's in the front, or my leach field I should say, is in the front. So it all trickles down. And then I just need it to keep going. See how that works. I got them pipes and them rocks underneath there. That's a lot nicer if that works out. If not, Mini X time. Well, either way, the Mini X, I want to put a French drain, like almost like all the way down. And then that way it catches it all, like on an angle. Do it like right, almost right where that tree's at to the right, like right here. From the corner of that, of my sidewalk right there in the corner, all the way to over here. And then shoot it like right here, and like right in this area somewhere, you could see my, there it is, sprinkler system. So that hose runs right here. So I'd want to do the French drain like on either on this side or possibly on this side, since it is pooling. And then that would cut me short and I'd have to do another one on that side. That's fine though. I can do two instead of one big long one. And then have branches run out like that. So it would vent all this water out. Yeah, and that's that stump. That's why it's high right there. I don't want to hit that with a lawnmower. That's pretty still soggy. That's a rock. I'm sure we'll see it once it rains. And then this side turned out awesome. I really like how I got it farther right there, and over here it looks a lot better. It was just, I'd hit that, I didn't know it was that big, that tree. It's a tree branch, even though it looks like an actual tree, but it was the branch, and that's how I got out of some of the predicaments with the excavator. When I was doing it, it would get stuck and sink in the mud. And all this is from we had 2 Intex pools. So when we put up the second one, we laid the first one down as like a barrier, and that's what this is. So it's not like what comes with the Intex, but this is the actual pool. I'll pick up all this. That turned out nice, way better than what it was. And then hopefully we'll get the deck going, like I said. So yeah, if you're liking what you're seeing, this is the stuff I do. And I probably, if I do touch this yard again this year, it'll be before summer, before I lay grass seed down. So I might not touch it again. It depends. When I drag it, I'll find out. Usually when I drag it with that chain, Woodies, you better be careful when I drag it with that fence up there. It usually knocks out all the bumps. You just gotta wait till it dries. So if it's gonna rain tomorrow and the next day, then we're looking at like next weekend, maybe, before I drag it. We'll see. Depends how hard it's gonna rain. Like I said, sometimes it says it's gonna rain here and then it just sprinkles, mist. So, and then that I'm not even too mad at. I just wish I could have got more of that dirt out of there. That's really the only part I was mad at. But it's not a big deal. It'll all buff out. So we'll get some more dirt. What is your balls in there? I see it. You better be careful, Woo. But I think that's it for me and Woo. I'm gonna clean up the tractor and the attachments. Probably load it up since it's gonna rain all tomorrow. And then that way I can just take it back to him. Because I can't do anything else, as you see in my yard. But we appreciate you watching. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then we'll see you next time.